they have this huge focus on sprays and they want them banned immediately, which is good. Like, I do agree that those aren't good, but you have to understand, I worked on a farm and they had strawberries, and about 1 out of every 10 that I picked we could sell, because the rest were getting eaten by worms and bugs and all kinds of other pests. I completely understand if you're managing thousands of acres, why you spray that. Consumers have no idea, again, what it takes to grow produce, because you're fighting with so many different elements, but including all of the pests, and they love everything that you guys grow.
Exactly.
It's very, and it's just very frustrating too, because you're doing all the backbreaking work of actually planting everything, but then the more backbreaking work of actually harvesting everything, and then again, 1 out of every 10, that's not very good at numbers right there.
And those, you know, those farms that are set up like that, they can't just switch overnight, so we can't expect that, even if we believe something to be true, you know. They can't just turn around completely. So
well, and then the last thing on that too, I find funny is people have focused on glyphosate this whole time, and then they learn how there's so many other chemicals that are far worse. It's like, there's thousands of chemicals that you could be used.
That's just the popular one.
It's by far the most popular, but there are thousands of other chemicals that are far worse than glyphosate that people can get around and use. But then also they talk about Europe. Europe uses sprays too, and so to me, again, that's why I always say shake the hand that feeds you, because it's very easy. Even from my perspective, I still don't know anything. I feel like I don't know anything about agriculture, but I still know like a tiny bit. And it's very easy to see through what they try to say online, because it's clear that they still have never talked to anyone like you guys or gone out and seen it for themselves.
And another thing on that is, like, people don't like things to be sprayed, right? But agriculture in general is not a natural thing, you know? It's not natural to have straight rows of the same exact crop. So
yeah, I mean, in the context of history, most of our history of humanity, we weren't farming, we were hunting.
Right, exactly. So, you know, it's really hard to, we try to keep it as natural as possible, the systems, but, you know, it's hard to grow something that a bunch of other things, you know, want to eat as well. You know? A lot of times we'll be asked if we're certified organic, right? And we're not. But I would say what we're doing is, you know, definitely in line with the organic practices, and it's probably beyond, it's definitely beyond what you have to do to be certified organic. But with being certified organic comes a lot of like paperwork and like a lot of record keeping. And, you know, being like, it's just a 3-man operation, and, you know, we're still expanding. Like, we don't have time to really do that. We just have to trust that we can portray to our customers that what we're doing is organic, you know.
Has that steered away any customers whenever you've told them that you're not certified, but you still technically are?
Not really, no.
Okay, because I'm always curious just too on just the whole labeling aspect. It's very easy to latch onto those, and so if you might hear like, oh, he's probably just lying. I didn't know if that ever happened.
We've had some customers say that, you know, we didn't grow these tomatoes, or you know, because they're too perfect, you know, right?
And the good thing is, you know, we sell primarily at farmers markets, so we're able to have that face-to-face conversation. So when someone says that, we can say what Caden just said and kind of clear up the misconception. It's like, yes, we use these practices. We don't have this label on our farm, but we're using these practices, and beyond that, we're building the soil at the same time. So,
and we refer them to our socials where they can see kind of how we produce this stuff.
Yeah.